It's Friday, June the 19th, 2020, which means one thing. Actually, no, it doesn't mean just one thing. It means a lot of different things. Juneteenth is one of the oldest, nationally for America anyway, celebrated commemorations of the ending of slavery in the United States. Dating back to 1865, it was on June 19th that the Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and the enslaved were now free. This is actually 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. And this is a day for reflection and learning about that in America. Obviously, times have changed and things have developed across the last kind of 3 months that we've seen. So I recommend everybody takes a moment to just learn about it and have a think and have a read around about history of Juneteenth, because I think it's going to become an internationally important day. But it also means that it's time for today's The Quiz. With me, it's your host, Edward C. Lewis, and an empty chair. Because it's freezing again. It's doing that weird thing. You ready? He's going to jump. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Am I?
You're back now. Yeah. And it's Formal Friday, of course. So, hello. And here we are. Hello, and it's Formal Friday. So it means many a thing. Are you okay, WNL? How are you? You're looking very swanky.
Dapper, yes. Well, so do you, may I say.
Thank you very much. I'm kind of a loose, it's the end of the week, kind of, let's go down to the pub and talk numbers. You know, let's crunch the figures. Let's talk about how we can affect the 421920s. Is that a thing?
The 429120s, I don't know.
Is that a thing?
429. It sounds like the Roaring Twenties together with I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, some sort of weather forecast from the old. No idea.
Who knows?
All I can say is your hair is looking good.
Thank you.
And everybody, please note his hair because.
Why?
because by Monday it might have
Oh,
changed.
you're. It does look good, doesn't it? Let's one last time.
The hair looks good, yes.
Let's really. Oh, we've got the bell, the chiming bell for 12 times. Is gonna chime in the ending of the hair. Look at this thing. What's this bit here?
It's frenzied hair.
So that's how it currently looks.
And we'll see how it looks on Monday.
We'll see how it looks on Monday.
It could do a
It is
Kit
gonna stop
Harington
eventually.
nonsense.
It's gonna chime 12
The whole
times.
thing off after I have a go, yeah.
It's 2 minutes past. Okay, now we can. Now I'm kind of gonna miss it in some ways. I feel like we're missing an opportunity to cut it in some strange, interesting ways. And I don't mean to hold this against you, WNL, but I don't think that you've got the skills.
Oh, challenge, huh? Okay, here we go.
I just don't think you've got. I think that you can do a good basic haircut, but
I've got some 6-year-old hairstyling gel upstairs that we could employ. We could create crests. We could do sculptures in your hair.
yeah, yeah, we could. But if you were to be like, oh, I think it's going to be easy, you're undermining people who have spent years training in a profession to be good at what they do, which is cutting hair. So by doing that,
Yeah, why did I spend all my time in that apprenticeship? No,
you just
that, so some people are born to be hairdressers, and I'm not. Yeah,
Well,
you know,
we'll find
I'm
out,
trying to
yeah.
sound confident, so you'll allow me near it. Yeah.
Note that we were supposed to do it last Sunday, but I bottled out because I just wasn't in the mood. And I feel like you've got to be in the right mood just in case it goes terribly wrong. But you're right. It might be that we cut the hair, and I'll do a little. We'll film it and do a little time lapse just in case it is fun.
Like we say, in the end, if worst comes to worst, you can do a Kit Harington and shave your head.
Yeah, let's do a kit. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, is he still here? No, that's the other joke. That's the other one. I've lost. I think I deleted him. All right. So just to note something very quickly. Alien, Araro, Araro. We were taught this by Araro yesterday, and I can't remember. Psycho Cow is here. Psycho Cow, a welcome guest, as is everybody, of course. Jack Little, DC Signal, Psycho Cow again. I'm just reading things now. DC Signal, Chilson. You know what? Give me a second. Millstone Barn, Osric 42, Edwards, Alien, Amigos Creations, Another TV Viewer, Arrow, Bitstorm, Chilson, DC Signal, Ethification, Jack Lil, M. Curtin, Psycho Cal, Seeking, and Solar, The Unresponsive, Sticks to 42, Stripfang, and Zookeeper's Girl, or Edward C. Lewis, WNL, all of the best ones are right here in this chat, and it is lovely to see everybody. Lol, on the poach. What are you on the poach for? Oh, you're trying to get questions for your own quiz. Well, good luck with that, because on this live stream, we just talk nonsense for 35 minutes. So nothing's changed. What have you all been up to? I mean, I know what you've been up to. We've just been watching more sci-fi until too late again at night.
Yeah, it was okay.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was before midnight last night.
What is time? Yeah, time. That was yesterday's quiz. Today's quiz is all about people.
We like people.
Mm.
We like people. Did some emoji shuffling. What's emoji shuffling? Does it mean you? I don't have them. Clearly, we don't have emojis here. But if we did, sometimes I think it would be fun to have kind of little emojis that, like, a little emoji of you, kind of just your face, and a little emoji of my face looking confused, or a little emoji of just question marks or true or false emojis. That would be good fun. True or false emoji, and you use the true or false emoji. The entire word true is what it would say, and then the entire word false, and just like a little sign. That one would be really fun. Capri Sun, that's nice. Thank you. Can we all use that one? Anyone else? Let's have a look. That's all that Cow does on Friday nights. I know. I've been there. I've been there with him. I've been there where the magic happens, in that room. He's got a whole green screen room that he's turned an entire room into. He's just coated the walls in green all the way around. And I'm only half joking. It's a fabric thing, but or at least it was 2-3 years ago. Oh, nay or yay? Yeah, that's quite nice. Little votes. Yeah. Hi, Pixie Wife. And I like that Jack stare. That's good. That's really nice. Hello, Paul. How are you? Little tiny Yoda. I mean, people are just showing off their little emojis now. Afternoon lurking and working again. Hello, Maniac Psycho. Get back to work. Get back to do those spreadsheets now. As I said, we've got the day off. That's why I'm spending longer just talking. Do you have anything you want to say? In WNL?
Do I have anything?
Yeah, just anything. Anything you want to say?
Anything at all. Anything at all. No, not right now. Not right now. In a couple of minutes, I'll have a go at some questions for you, though.
Right, but you've got nothing that you want to say. You've got
nothing great.
I know.
Import. I mean, this is it. There's the moment maketh the man, and all that kind of stuff. But words fail me at present.
Okay, it's rare. It's a rarity. You and I can barely shut up usually.
Oh.
I mean, look, I can't. You've got to give me something to work with, chat, because right now I've asked you what you're doing, and now you're all just putting your emojis in there. So we might just have to start the quiz. Who wants to start the quiz? We've only been doing this for 8 minutes. I did. Osric42. Oh, thanks, Osric42. What did you say? Oh, yes. I've been buckyballing my way out to WNL because Wendy has left us something there. I'm halfway there. So tell me more about this Wendy thing, because I don't know how much we all know. Snowpiercer is quite good. That's good. Thank you. We haven't started watching that. We've been watching The Expanse, and then I think we're probably going to move on to Picard if we manage to finish it all. I mean, we're doing 2 episodes a night, so we'll probably finish it quite quickly. Snowpiercer that's the TV series based on the film, right? I don't know. I don't know how much I can. Okay, Osric, yes. Stay. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, I look smart. Thank you, says Pixie Wife. It's Formal Friday. Psychic says yes. So, what are the rules of the quiz?
The rules of the quiz. The quiz. Rules. What are rules? Everything that we observe, those are the rules. No, we have 10 questions, of course, and obviously there's no cheating. You just have to go into your head and no other search engines. You'll have, of course, the chat stream turned off, so you can't access them or their answers. I'll be able to see them. I'll take their first 3 answers. If we have consensus, that's their answer. If we don't, it'll be the first of the 3 answers that gives them their answer. We'll find out then from you what you think the answer is, and watch as the scores go skyrocketing. C'est très simple.
Merci.
All about people today, by the way.
The coffee went down the wrong way. Arrow says there are rules. My head is about as good as Bing. Oh, Osric. The Expanse, yeah, Zookeeper's Girl. Love The Expanse. Probably the best sci-fi I've watched in years. It's really ramping up. It's good stuff. Very cool, interesting, complex, winding storylines, and it follows the book quite nicely as well, because I've read the books as well.
Well, this is it. You've read the books. I hadn't, so it took me 1 or 2 to get involved in it and realize characters and how they were growing and things like that. Yes.
Most series have a thing where they are directed by different. Each episode is directed by a different person, and I think you can tell that some of them are higher quality, but the books are so good. Yeah. I know. I should say person. Here we go. Right. The Orville is great. I've always been interested in watching that, but I never got around to doing so. And Arrow Royal says the Snowpiercer series is better than the film. You have my attention. Has WNL seen Firefly?
I've seen real fireflies, but no.
It's a very good series that was taken away far too early, and I think they're waiting for their time to come back with it. It showed a lot of premise, kind of a Western sci-fi type vibe. Cool. And then they also made a film called Serenity as well, which is really good. Okay, very good.
Are you ready for the quiz?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hey, we had another one. Only 1 point between you guys yesterday, so that was I think our 19th out of 49 or whatever. That was determined only by 1 point, so awfully nice and close. Can I remind you that you've won 5? We'll have official statistics on Monday, but you've won 5. I think there have been 2 or 3 draws, and the rest, of course, are in the chatter's favor. Have you turned them off? Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, right. It's all about people. Question number 1. I'd like to know which British comedian actor starred as the vicar in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Over to the world of acting. Which British comedian actor starred as the vicar in 4 Weddings and a Funeral? That's question number 1.
Comedian actor.
Well, he's a comedian, he's an actor, I think he fancies himself as both. I have their answer.
Did you know that I've never seen it?
No, I didn't. So this will make this one a little bit more difficult.
Yes, it is. This one's a hard one for me because I probably would know it. I can list a whole bunch of British comedians, and I'm trying to think what year that was. It was 90s, and the kind of people who were in these things at that time, and who were popularised at that time, and who can.
Psycho Cow joins you in having never seen it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I've seen all the rest of, those movies.
Those movies, I like that. Yeah, Oscar 42 says had the displeasure once of viewing it. Yes.
I don't know if it's that bad, but what's the name of the guy who writes them all? He also did Notting Hill, Love Actually, those movies, those British, and they're good. They're like, I know that Love Actually has got its problems, and if you watch it back now, it is not very good. It's a very unrealistic portrayal of love, and it's supposed to be about how realistic love should be, and actually,
realistic portrayals are supposedly his forte. I think it's is it Curtis? Richard Curtis.
Richard Curtis. Yes.
But again, as you say, they're sort
not the question.
Tinged far too much with unreality. Yeah.
What about?
It's escapism.
I've got 2 people in mind. I don't think Peter Kay would have been there at this point, ready. But I think someone who was in a lot of films around about that time was Lee Evans.
Lee Evans was in quite a few films at that time. You were going a little bit too much to the straightforward comedy. I don't know. Think about Mr. Bean.
Oh,
it was
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
Okay.
Yeah. And the chatter's got it. So it's 1-0 to the chat stream at the end of one question.
So I have a question for you. I have a question for you, and for you all in the chat as well, yeah. Do I remind you at all? Well, let me do a quick little anecdote for you.
You constantly remind me of many things, but
let me do a little quick anecdote for you. I was interviewing Jeff Goldblum. Okay. Just a little celebrity plug there.
Just throw that one in,
Jeff Goldblum, and he was amazing. He'd come in the room and he would. And the room would shift, like the atmosphere in the room, and everyone, Jeff's in the room, everyone. And he would go around, and he was so great. He was genuinely a lovely man. He would go around everyone. He was very interested in learning all about you, and he would shake everyone's hand and discuss things with you and all this kind of stuff. He was a lovely guy, and he would make you feel kind of special by just being interested, and he had a list in his top pocket that he would pull out every now and again, and he would check people's names, and he had all their jobs there, and he would insist on apparently this is his thing, he would insist on having the list of people's names and their job roles, and he would learn everybody's name on the crew and thank them personally, and really, really cool. I mean, I say really cool, he's getting paid enough, innit? He's got to put a bit of effort in. But but I still appreciated it. He could have been a diva and he wasn't. He was dancing with people. He wanted to do photographs with everybody. He was like, right, when do we do photographs? He was the one like going, right, when are we doing them? Like, he loved it. And he called himself a social lubricant. That's what he liked to call himself. Anyway, as we were sitting around, I wanted to do sort of warm-ups, and I wanted to chat with him to get him into sort of character before we started talking about video games and stuff, because it was all about the video game Jurassic World Evolution. He went round the room and he would do this thing where he would point out people, and I think it was a memory association thing for him. He would go, you remind me of a young Scott on the clapperboard. You remind me of a young Ryan Reynolds. You remind me of a young, and he would go, oh, Brad Pitt. And then he would go to, and he went to my colleague Bo. He said, you remind me of a young Daisy Ridley. She's the new in Star Wars. She's Rey in Star Wars. I was like, oh, that's very flattering. Oh, Jeff, What about me, Jeff? Who do I remind you of? I had to say this. And he looked at me for a while like, And he went, who's that British comedian? And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure who he's referring to there. And he went, yeah, that's right. Lee Evans. Everyone else was getting these beautiful references to like famous, beautiful, sexy film stars. Lee Evans. So what does everyone think? Do I look like Lee Evans? Anyway, next question. Or have I even answered the first one? No, yeah, I got it wrong. Did they get it right?
They got it right. They're 1-0 ahead. Lee Evans. I'll be left with that thought. Yes.
I don't look like Lee Evans.
As you tumble down the stairs.
Yeah, he does this sort of. That's the Lee Evans face that he does, and he's sweating, and he wears a suit like this. So I'm not doing myself any favors today. I don't know.
Well, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe since that point, you're striving to become more Lee Evans-esque.
I think that if there's anything that I'm sort of striving for in life is to be as far away from Lee Evans-esque as possible.
Oh, I don't. There are others though. I mean, other comedians. The history of comedy. I mean, obviously,
we did
what
a
people
quiz on
find
that,
humorous changes over time. And there are some that make me cringe, but there are others that I cannot help but always laugh.
Is Lee Evans one of them?
Lee Evans never made me laugh.
Right, well,
sorry, that's just my own personal opinion.
It's okay. You can tell we've got a bit more time today because I've got the day off. So anyway, next question. Sorry, I should.
Okay, question number 2. Question number 2 is all about people. I'd like to know, what did the writer James Joyce wear that is also worn by the singer Gabrielle, not to mention Danger Mouse?
No.
What did the writer James Joyce wear? Also worn by the singer Gabrielle, not to mention Danger Mouse. I have their answer.
An eye patch.
They say Millstone Barnes says he was brilliant. I'm not sure whether we're talking about Danger Mouse or James Joyce. An eye patch is absolutely correct. Yes, sported a very nice little eye patch.
Good.
And the chat stream got it correct as well. So it's 2 points to 1 to the chat stream.
Have you ever worn an eye patch?
Have I ever worn an eye patch?
Yes, you have. I think you've had I've had an eye operation, and I wore an eye patch for only a week.
Well, yeah, you had a week when you was it you or someone else who battered you in the face with a squash racket?
I didn't batter myself in the face with a squash
racket. Or was it a hockey stick?
It was a hockey stick, and I got hit in the face with a hockey stick. But that's not why I had my eye operation. That's just left a scar here on the left-hand side, I think, temple. Left a scar,
an indelible brain injury.
I'm so lucky it wasn't my mouth.
It was very... It was the horrible thing was, I was teaching, of course, at that time, and you were at the school, the sixth form, and basically, I get this knock on my door. We'll take over your class, Mr. Lewis. You got to get your son to the hospital immediately. Yeah. And that's not good news.
Yeah. I was bleeding quite a lot. Okay. Next question.
Question number 3. Okay,
wait, did we get that one? We both got that one right.
Yeah. Question number 3. Which famous British scientist's mother said he was born so prematurely that she could have put him into a quart mug?
Ooh.
Was it Michael Faraday, Alexander Fleming, or Sir Isaac Newton? Which famous British scientist's mother said he was born so prematurely that she could have put him into a quart mug?
What's a quart mug? Or am I not allowed to know that?
A mug, a quart, 2 pints.
Okay, so it's like a size. I'm just trying to think of like the word quart around the time.
Yeah, about like that.
Okay.
They're thinking. The chat stream is collectively buzzing and thinking. And okay, we have the first guess. It's labeled guess. I'll just tell you that right now.
You're not allowed to do
Another
that.
Guess? Oh, this could be interesting here.
You're not allowed to label guess, are you? That doesn't.
Oh, it still counts.
Yeah.
But, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not their get out.
It's going to have an influence on others.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Because Ailey says this is a toughie.
Mm.
I need a third one. Come on. Okay. Right. I've got their answer.
Fleming.
Fleming. They went for Faraday, although they went for all three, but Faraday was the first of their three. It was actually the mother of the alleged discoverer of gravity, Sir Isaac Newton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Sir Isaac Newton. My kid was so small, born so prematurely, could get him in a quart mug. So you both missed it. The score remains 2-1.
So we can be sure that there's no confetti cannon today.
No confetti cannon. No, the cannon remains wrapped up in its plastic, safe and secure from all alarm.
It's going to be very... I think it's going to be a massive... If it ever happens, because it might never happen. It'll probably never happen. It's going to be a very... What's the word when it's kind of... a shame.
Momentous.
What's the word I'm looking for? Just when you build up to something, anticlimax, because it's just gonna go. It's just gonna go pop. You go,
it might go pop. It's very old. You're right. I might set it off and it might just fizzle out. But anticipation.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
all anticipation.
And actually, it'd be even better if it was rubbish, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find out.
Maybe.
In the meantime, it's 2-1. It's question number 4. Listen carefully, all about people. Now, according to a recent Australian study, do people with high levels of testosterone snore more or less than people with low testosterone levels? According to a recent study, do people with high levels of testosterone snore more or less than people with low?
Interesting.
We're asking, so the answer, chat stream, is do we snore more or less with higher testosterone levels? Yes, testosterone was incorrect. Jack Little is realizing that I was...
Did you say testosterone?
I must have. I'm sure I did. If I didn't, I should have.
Yeah, testosterone.
I have their answer.
I'm going to say lower.
Lower.
Wait, is that the question? What was the question?
Well, more or less.
More or less.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say you snore more if you have less testosterone. And I know people are going to say, oh, I don't... Yeah, less.
You snore, so it's less. Okay.
I'm going to say it's also not the major differentiator, of course, in whether you snore or not.
Well, okay. That's perfectly fine. This is merely a statistical study from Australia,
sure.
But you're absolutely incorrect.
Great.
The higher the testosterone levels, then the higher the snorability of when you're asleep. I'm hoping you're asleep when you snore. The chat stream got it right. They have doubled their lead on you, Edward. It's now 3-1. Okay. Still very far from...
I know what they're doing. They were going, oh, well, it's a manly thing, isn't it, to snore? More men snore.
Is it a manly thing to snore?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. That's what I was trying to go against. Because the idea being that, like, men tend to snore more. And I think that seems true. But it also seems to be a thing to do with, health in general. And I felt like... Oh, I don't know. Keep going.
Well, Max Flashheart points out, of course, that this is for Australians only.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
We're talking about the
who knows?
Sample
who knows with those guys? Yeah.
It's question number 5.
It's the opposite. It's the complete opposite here on the other side of it's everything's reversed.
Well, that's it. Yes, upside down land here. Question number 5. Okay. This actor not only played the Scarecrow, Wurzel Gummidge, on television in the late 70s and early 80s, but also portrayed Doctor Who. Can you name the actor?
You've just given them a point.
Sorry?
You've given them a point.
I've given them a point.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I'm criticising you there. That's unfair. I'm joking, but yeah,
I must be giving
they
you
know that. You aren't giving me a point.
As well as Doctor Who.
You aren't giving me a point. I've never really watched Doctor Who.
I have their answer.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we had to have, of course, Doctor Who there to differentiate from the recent reboot of Wurzel Gummidge, played by a very different character.
Who was that?
Haven't you seen it?
I don't know. Tell me more. Go on.
Mackenzie Crook.
Wurzel Gummidge. Mackenzie Crook played Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah, it's great. If you haven't seen it, quite evocative, interesting, strange. Only did, I think, 3 or 4 last year. Have a look.
Interesting. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Baker. What's his name?
What's his name?
Baker.
Baker. Tom Baker?
Yes, that one, him.
That one, Tom Baker. It's not Tom Baker. It's John Pertwee. John Pertwee. And, well, hey, we have some aficionados, of course, amongst the chat stream, and they got it right. You are behind by a score of 4-1.
Oh,
come back soon.
You see, anyone who thought we were cheating, I hope that this is a demonstration that we absolutely weren't.
Yeah, John Pertwee. I think it was 79 and 80, 81 that he was Wurzel Gummidge. And then sort of mid-80s, he played, for quite a few seasons, the Doctor.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going hawking in the gloaming with John Pertwee. Is that how you say his name?
Yes, Pertwee.
John Pertwee. We're going hawking in the gloaming with John Pertwee. Pertwee. Hawking in the gloaming. Okay, next question.
Me for you. Okay, yes. All right, question number 6. Okay, listen carefully. If you went into a toilet in Ireland and went through the door with na, that's spelled M-N-A, but I think it's pronounced na.
Spell
M-N-A, na.
No.
Written on it in Gaelic. Okay.
Oh, no.
Would you be going into the men's, the women's, or the disabled toilet?
Oh, no. Who knows?
Going into a toilet in Ireland, okay? And the door says na.
No.
M-N-A.
I would just look at it and
Not
go,
in Gaelic.
Whoa.
Are you going into the men's, the women's, or the disabled?
I mean...
Smintilli, you're not late. You're perfectly on time. We're just a little bit early, yes.
Smintilli is never late. Nor is he ever early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Did you know that book? That was obviously that line wasn't in the book. It was only in the film, which is a good one, isn't it?
Yes.
Lord of the Rings. It's a good line. There's some really great lines in Lord of the Rings movie that weren't in the books.
Alien says it's the entire word true. I have only one answer so far. I'll have to take it this week.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
I've got their answer.
Okay. The entire word. Disabled toilets.
The entire word disabled. Well, I suppose if you're a woman and it's the women's toilet. Na. M-N-A. And, well, eventually, with a few guesses, educated I'm sure, they got there. The score is 5-1 after 6 questions. Question number 7. Okay, number 7. Look, simple 50-50. Do the French eat more or less beef per head of population per year than the British?
Beef.
Talking, per capita, per annum. The French, do they eat more or less beef?
J'aime le bœuf.
Less beef than the British.
J'aime le bœuf. That's just very insensitive for my French friends.
Casalia is accusing you of taking a dive.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Actually, your average. Says your average is taking a dive today.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, that's true.
You've had a very good go.
Yeah, I've tried. I'm not deliberately failing. I reckon French eat more beef.
You reckon the French eat more beef?
Yeah.
The chat stream reckon they eat less.
There's just some
But
days.
they do. They eat more beef. They do. Vegetarianism, forget veganism. They still have determined that vegetarianism doesn't include chicken.
They are so they're very far. I won't say the word behind. No, I will. I'm allowed to have personal beliefs. They're behind in that area.
They're just
I know French vegans. I work with a couple actually, and they're like, it's actually quite hard even in Paris. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I found it difficult. Again, I lived in France for a year, in the north of France, Gisors, 77 kilomètres près de Paris, about 30 miles outside of Paris, something like that. But to cut a long story short, when I would go into Paris, you could use your very best French, and the waiters would still sort of go, treat you with disdain, refuse to write anything down on their paper, walk away, and you hoped you'd eventually get some food.
I had the same thing.
And that was McDonald's.
Yeah. I had the same thing where I walked in. Well, they probably weren't the waiter. It's probably the cleaner, and that's why they were annoyed with you. Because in McDonald's, they don't have waiters. Anyway, so I had the same thing in...
No. I enjoyed very much. My year in France was
I love France.
Wonderful. I loved it. And loved playing with a French rugby team.
Yeah.
We made the final 16 in the entire nation in the amateur championships, and just so many exciting things happened. But service in maybe Paris was a microcosm, and I'm not sure a microcosm of what. But
the French people are incredibly French, and I love them for it. It's one of my favourite places in the world. Let's carry on.
Okay. Hey, you got it right. They got it wrong. It's 5 points to 2. You're gaining ground. Okay.
Bomb.
Question number 8. Number 8, true or false? Okay, I'm going to read you out a statement, and if you agree with it, write down the entire word true. If you disagree with it, write down the entire word false.
The entire word.
The entire word false.
Got it.
Here's your statement. Okay. Mr. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, of Tour Eiffel or Eiffel Tower fame, okay, he also designed the inner structure of America's Statue of Liberty. Is that true or false? Gustave Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower maker, he also designed the inner structure of America's Statue of Liberty. True or false?
So I just to very slowly discuss this while we wait for their answer to come in.
Which I have now.
I know that it was a gift from France, but this could be a trick question, and it could be that it wasn't Eiffel himself who did it, but I would say the entire word true.
The entire word true. Frederick Bartholdi actually created the statue itself, but it is true. He was commissioned to actually get the structure underneath that would hold that statue up. And then a third person actually created the monument's base. So a real composite effort. But yes, it is true that he was responsible for a lot more than just the Eiffel Tower.
Great.
Well done. And well done,
lad.
chat screen as well, because they got it as well. Okay.
Good lad.
6 points to 3. Yeah.
That's good. That's better. That's better. My average is...
Well, you've gone 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 in the last 2 questions. That's very good. Yeah. On the rise, the up and up. Let's keep it going that way with question number 9. Next to last in today's quiz. Okay? Simple 50-50. Because of hormones, who has a more acute sense of smell? Better at smelling. Is it men or women?
Ooh.
Hormonal structures here. Who has the more acute sense of smell, is better at smelling? Is it men or women? Simple 50-50. Get your answers down.
I did.
I have their answer.
I did not know this was a thing at all. Women.
Women.
Yeah.
Women is correct, yes.
Good. I was guessing. It was a complete guess.
Well, they did very well. There were a couple of people who thought men in there as well, but women. Yeah.
Is this a real thing?
It's a real thing, olfactory. The hormones heighten their sensitivities, and yeah. So women are better smellers.
Interesting.
Better smellers. What was that famous quotation? The woman on the underground who said to Winston Churchill, "Sir, you smell," or something or other. He said, "No, madam, you smell. I stink."
Right. Yeah. Well, we know that
yeah.
to be true.
We
know that one to be true. Okay.
The difference between them. Okay. Hey, it's 7 points to 4 going into the final one today. Now, the chat stream can get up to their average of around 8. You'll be slightly shy, but it still won't hurt too much if you can get this one right. Question number 10. Nice and easy one for everyone. I'd like to know which famous composer shares his name with the title of a 1992 film about a dog. Which famous composer shares his surname with the title of a 1992 film about a dog?
Thank you for helping our averages with this one. But you never know, they might get it wrong. It's, of course, Tchaikovsky.
I have their answer.
It's Beethoven.
Beethoven, yes. Was it Charles Grodin played very well in that?
Done.
With a big Saint Bernard, yes.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, who was the
Debussy. I think it's Debussy.
Nefarious doings of the evil doctor who wanted to use it for tests, and I can't remember exactly. Did see it at the time. I'll admit.
It's gonna say,
okay.
Max Flashart, blokes can smell very bad. I can't believe that neither of us made the joke about, well, men actually smell a lot worse. But, We would never sink to the level of dad jokes, would we?
Never.
Dave Beethoven.
Dave.
Dave Beethoven.
Dave Beethoven?
Dave Beethoven.
Dave.
Yeah, Shostakovich for the dog. Yeah, I watched Bill and Ted's the other day. That's nice. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. And thank you very much.
Great win for the chat stream.
Well
8
done.
8-5. Inclusive. Oh, that's lip clapping. I have to... You're very impressed.
My favourite quote from today was Ed, the French are incredibly French. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's in any way offensive. Apologies if it is. Hi.
That's a mathematical... Is it modus ponens or modus tollens? If A, then B, therefore B.
Well, sure. I mean, you know that stuff better than I do. Hi, Jack Little, and hello, Osric42, who's giving themselves a pat on the back. I'm glad you said the entire word. It's a new thing. We're going to make it. We're going to work hard to make that one a thing. Well, thank you everyone for joining in the quiz. I hope you had a lovely and splendid time today. I hope you do take some time for yourselves this weekend to be good to yourselves. And it's all generic advice, but make sure you're looking after yourself. Kind of. Not at the expense of others, but you know, charity starts at home in more than one way. So put on your gas mask first before helping. Put on the gas mask of others. But once you're comfortable, once you're feeling, go on, what are you going to say?
Oh, we're back to Churchill now. Yes, sorry.
Okay, right.
You wanted some jokes?
Yeah. I mean, not that one.
No.
So I did arrive late, but it was fun as always. Good. I'm glad that you've decided. Me and the wife have decided that we don't want kids. We're telling them tonight.
I like it.
Max. But yeah, I can't believe we've enabled these dad jokes. I can't. It's not something I ever thought I would do. Oh yeah, why don't we talk about some quiz round ideas? What do you think?
Yeah.
If you've got some ideas for some quiz rounds in the chat, let us know, and it might inspire WNL to come up with some quiz rounds for next week. Well, first of all, did you enjoy yourself today?
I enjoyed myself immensely. Yes, thank you very much.
That's good. Would you like to do some more of these next week?
Why not? I think we should.
Starting on Monday, 12 o'clock, same time. Yes, it is time for the camera trap, but unfortunately, 2 nights in a row, we set up the camera incorrectly.
My fault this time.
Well,
it was dark.
It was dark. It's okay, don't worry.
It was dark, it was raining. I sort of lunged and set it up incorrectly.
But we do have a little nature update, thanks to Osric42, who sent in a picture that they've taken. So we have collective nouns for groups of animals. That's fun.
I'm writing these down.
Common misconceptions, celebrity connections. We're all of us learning, says Jack Little. Exactly, we are all learning still. Like, I'm still setting up that thing and not knowing what to do. I think we buried it too down into the grass, and so the grass was blocking the sensor, and so we need to actually balance it up on something. If it's not raining where you are now, it soon will be. Thank you, Alien. Yeah, it has. No, it is. It is raining here. Play the video first. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just need to very quickly download that one. Here we go. I'm going to pause that because it's taking up bandwidth. How do I do this? Talk amongst yourselves.
Quietly amongst yourselves. Yeah, we got some good examples here. Roman customs, common misconceptions, Churchill quotes, collective nouns for groups of animals, celebrity connections, ancient history, metals and elements.
Okay, so we need to listen to this one. So we're going to switch to I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, unfortunately. But Osric, it's a little quiz. It's a little quiz from Osric. Osric sent this in via Twitter. If you've got any nature things you want to send in, send them our way via Twitter. Find me, EdwardClewis. You can send some fun videos of nature things happening in your area, because this is the last segment that we've added to the quiz now, which is where we watch things. So first of all, I need to Oh no! I hope I haven't. I might be. I might have broken this here. Wait. Oh. Oh no! It's. Don't look. Just didn't see it. Nobody saw it. All right. So we're going to show the video first. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let's work it out. We're working this out live. We're doing this live. All right. So I've forgotten what I was doing. Here we go. So hopefully people can hear this. Oh, you won't be able to hear it, WNL, I'm afraid. But apparently this is Osric saying that this is a very specific bird call. And he's wondering if people will know what bird it is. So, does anyone know? I don't. I have absolutely no knowledge of this kind of thing at all.
You're right. I couldn't hear it, so I'll call it the silent warbler.
Don't worry if you can't do it live. Yeah, that's a cassowary, says M. Kearns. I genuinely don't even know if that's a joke.
Cassowary, yeah.
Thrush discussing, it's a migrant to the UK. Anyone? No. It's not a nightingale. It actually just woke our cat up. Sorry, Zookeeper's girl. Apologies. Apologies for that. Apologies. I know nothing about ornithology, so I'm out. Says Sminterly. Yeah, me neither, but we're learning, so I'm interested to know. But let me put up the image of it, and we will see. I mean, so this is another. And thank you, Osric, for sending this in. And anyone can send any sort of fun things like this in. Usually, I show off the videos of things that we've found in our garden. But yeah, look at this beautiful bird. Let's see if we can get it a little closer so people can see more of it. What do we think? Anyway, beautiful bird. But thank you very much for sending that in. What a tit, says Alien. Sounds exactly yes. Sounds like lunch for the cat. Okay, so what is it? Why the tux today, says Mace DK. I'll tell you in a second. When I was a kid, I thought the doors outside my grandma's house were owls. And they have the little... Yeah, I love that sound. It's actually weirdly... kind of weirdly... Makes me feel sleepy because I used to have them on the roof of my house when I was at uni. It's a nightingale. That's nice. Beautiful. 2 photos of them. They're normally hidden away. Well, thank you, Osric, for that. And thank you for sharing with us. Very much appreciated. But yeah, we'll be back. It's Formal Friday. Nice and simple. It's Formal Friday. On Fridays, we get dressed up because, hey, we've got no other opportunities to do so, so we may as well make the effort while we can on Fridays. Great. And thank you, everybody. Have lovely weekends. Make sure once you're getting nice and comfortable and you've looked after yourselves that you do spend some time kind of learning about Juneteenth. I recommend just having a quick Google search for it, just so you're aware. Important change is happening across the world, and we should be aware of it and trying to grow and learn. Always trying new ways to do that. So I actually, one recommendation that I've got that I was given by somebody else, and I've seen the series already, is the series called Atlanta, made by Donald Glover, who's the guy from Community, and he was in one of the Star Wars films recently. He's amazing. I really like him. And Atlanta's a great series. And apparently in one episode, there's like the penultimate episode in the series. Just Google which one it is. There's an episode dedicated to Juneteenth. And it's this weird, strange satire about it, but it is also very educational. And that's apparently some articles have been calling that out as actually a really interesting way of investigating the ideas behind it. So yeah, that's my recommendation. I think WNL, you and I are going to watch... The Five Bloods later, yeah, which is Spike Lee's new film, which I've been told thematically is very relevant. So have great weekends and also look after yourselves, and we will see you on Monday. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and thanks Jack Little for the thanks for watching video. It's amazing. And if anyone else wants to send one in, or an image. I mean, this is a good one. And I will. I know I keep saying this, but I will eventually get around to looping it. But anyway, thank you. See you.